Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the second best thing humans has ever done, but it's on its way out. As I prepare to fill up my final Mario Kart 8 Deluxe piss jug, I can't help but worry Nintendo won't be fixing any of the issues I have with 8. So I'm going to take matters into my own hands. Hello everyone, welcome to my Mario Kart 9 press conference. First order of business, let's blow up the tracks. In terms of size. In 8, the tracks feel smaller, more crammed, and a little bit babied down to me. Seriously, you look at some of the Wii tracks in 8, and then back at their original form, and you'll see exactly what I mean about all the extra space. The shell crisis in Mario Kart 8 is fucked, mate. Shells have to travel like 40% slower when backed. They also have to be made like 50% smaller, because they are obnoxious, man. Look at that beast. It's bigger than the bloody cars. Now on to reds. Someone make them dumber, please. Right now, they could pass an astrophysics class, make them way easier to guide into walls and whatnot. Also, if we make them spawn slightly less often and don't allow them to fly, getting redded over a mushroom in Mushroom Gorge feels fucking disgusting. Lastly, the blue shell. My god, I don't like it on the ground. We have enough bullshit on the tracks as is. Please make the blue shell fly again. It's even got wings in the movie. It's iconic as hell. I had them veer into me when I pulled over to the most obscure spot I can find. Also, to compensate for them not hitting as many other players, make them flip the guy in first again. Whatever happened to that? Bring a bit of style and flair back to Mario Kart. Add some swagger. Speaking of swagger, the tricks in 8 are so tame. I fall asleep watching them fist bump, or make a racial gesture, inkling, or say the N-word, Bowser. Make them pass the fucking handlebars around their hip, or come off their bike and jump back onto it. That is good stuff right there, man. Oh, I'm getting the shivers just thinking about it. Perhaps something else too. Okay, back to more item talk. I hate how items are determined quite heavily by how far away you are from first place. I just feel like that ruins the game quite a lot. If someone's front running pretty well, or if I'm just trying to play at a party and people don't know I'm not just 4th, I'm 61k VR 4th. It ruins it for everyone else, because now not only can they not catch the guy in first, all their items are dookie balls to the walls. Pulling rockets and stars in 2nd and 3rd, that's no fun for anyone. All of lap 3 becomes a randomized joke. When everyone's a god, no one's a god. It makes cannons a nightmare and extra rewards baggers, which is not what God intended. I say we pretty much do away with distance-based items and make it almost entirely placement-based again. Also, while I'm at it, 1 bullet bill at a time, please. 2 stars at a time, and no keeping items if you fall off. You should be able to plant Piranha Plant behind you if you don't want it, and when you use Blooper, you should emit a little oil slick which acts as off-road for the races behind you. Oh, finally, the holy trinity of items that need to come back. Power is an awesome strategic item. People hate on it so much, but I see it as an incredible item. It's just a little skill check where everyone has to perform a little hop on the count of 3 and then recover their line, even if they're on a tricky turn. It also makes people lose their item, which is a really cool advantage in and of itself, which could be really sick paired with double items, and it's just a less powerful shock that only affects people in front of you. Nothing but praise for you, pal. Now, Thundercloud is even more divisive. I personally enjoy its presence. A hot potato item is a sick idea. Maybe just make it spawn really rarely, and only if there's at least 10 players in the room, so it's not going to screw over any one player too badly. And lastly, the one of legend, Fib. Single-handedly the item I'm most in favor for returning. Now hear me out. Boom! Coin is no longer an item, and it's only found on the tracks. All coin items are now replaced by Fibs. That means first place isn't going to be fed an endless buffet of speed increasing coins, which pours gasoline on the already broken distance-based item system. Fibs have sexy, big, dumb hitboxes that will work as an effective trap item. So now first has more to do than just take perfect lines, and yet they still can't block any projectiles with it. Fib is an actual godsend of an item. This one is going to change lives. Now when all this is implemented, it won't be a perfect fix or anything, but I think it makes the game the most amount of fun it can be for the most amount of people. My little prediction for Mario Kart 9, I think it will have no non-Mario characters. Personally, I couldn't care less, to be honest. It felt like a few years ago the community wouldn't stop going on about, oh, Nintendo Kart is the future, guys. Nah, that was never gonna happen. We've kind of reverted back from that, thank God. Let's keep Mario Kart, Mario Kart. With that said, there are some non-Mario characters I'd actually like to see. But hey, hold on, they make more sense than Inkling. What the hell business does he have here? I am a strong advocate for Captain Falcon. I think it's disgusting. He has a full render in Mario Kart 8, 2 tracks, an outfit, car parts, yet isn't playable. Kirby's my next endorsement. He also had a GameCube racing game, let's not forget. Also, he meshes with Mario graphics far better than Inkling or Link ever did. Now, finally, probably my hottest take. I would love for Fox and Falco to be in Mario Kart. They don't really race or anything, but they're always piloting little mobiles. I can just see it fitting so well. So, boom, my 4 endorsements for the non-Mario races. And since Donkey Kong counts as Mario, Cranky, Dixie, K-Rool, I'll get those visas approved immediately. Also, cold ass take. Let's make the characters have a way lower impact on your kart's performance so we can get some more variety. Even though I love Waluigi and Yoshi as the 2 dominant figures from their respective eras, more variety is always a good thing. Come on now. Alright, now let's tackle drifting and karts. I personally think building your own kart has run its course. Let's get rid of that. Leave that behind. Now drifting, I love how it is in 8. It's pretty much perfect in my eyes. I think it'd be so cool if we had other karts that can wiggle drift like the older games, so you can choose how you want to play. Have like inside drifters, wiggle drifters, karts that snake, bikes that wheelie, karts that can fire hop. Obviously, that is a balancing nightmare, and no matter what, one would prevail and the rest would be made obsolete. I fully get that's such a pipe dream, so if drifting stays the exact same, which it probably will, no complaints from me. I think it feels best in 8 anyways. Okay, now for some wish list type things. I don't know if many others care about, but would satisfy me deeply. Let's make 200cc more common again online. I prefer 150 now definitively. However, I wish 200cc would show up like ever. Seriously, I swear the odds must be like 1 in 96 now. It's kind of absurd. I'd love item rain to be a main mode. Also, knockout tourneys would be sick. I'd love a mode that lets you race as many laps as you want and have big marathon races that take place on all the tracks in one big go. Like you cross the line in one track and it takes you straight into the next track. Also, the freedom to pick smaller teams, like 4 teams of 4 or 6 teams of 2, or in 24 player, like 4 teams of 6 would be so cool. Also, let's crank up the VR from 100k to 1 million. Let's see how uneventful some people's lives actually are. Now, lucky last are the tracks, the most fun and important thing to speculate about. I feel like Nintendo is definitely holding out on some of the tracks in the Booster Course Pass. Totally trying to just save some bangers for 9, of course. Like, you're telling me they did Daisy Circuit over Toad Factory, and they didn't add DS Airship Fortress? Come on now. Dino even had a poster in Wave 1. Where are you, my baby? I have way too many ideas for Nitros, so let me rattle off some retros I think either have a super high chance to return, or ones I just personally really want to see. The obvious big 3 going around: Toad Factory, Airship Fortress, Dino, yes to all of them, bring them back. And personally, I'd go ballistic for Dry Ruins, Marco Woohoo, Delfino Square, or Bowser's Castle Wii, and I'd be very, very chuffed with Warriors Coliseum, Warriors Galleon, Bowser's Castle 3, or Shy Guys Bazaar. So add all those, and that's already a pretty banger roster. Obviously, I didn't mention any ones that are already in 8 that I want to come back, because that'd be lame, but obviously, yes, I want to see tons of those back too. However, if Baby Park comes back, I will crash my real car. Alright, folks, that brings the Mario Kart 9 press conference to its natural conclusion. If you have any queries, please post them in the 4th Nerd YouTube channel. I hope I didn't come off as some Mario Kart Wii radicalist. I assure you, I'm very open-minded, very open, like the tracks in Wii, which are the best.